The year is 2025. Imagine waking up one morning to a strange and unsettling silence. The hum of your router, usually a constant presence, is gone. You reach for your phone, the screen blank. A quick reboot, but still nothing. You turn on the television only to be met with static. The internet, the lifeblood of the modern world, has vanished. At first it seems like a bad dream, but as minutes turn into hours, the reality begins to sink in. The digital world we have come to rely on so heavily has simply ceased to exist. The initial reaction is disbelief, followed by a rising sense of panic. People stand on street corners, phones held aloft, hoping for a miracle. The world, for the first time in decades, feels quiet. The digital threads that bind us together have been severed, leaving us feeling lost and isolated. Confusion reigns as people try to make sense of the situation. Rumors spread like wildfire. Was it a cyber attack, a solar flare, an act of terrorism? The lack of information only fuels the growing anxiety. Governments scramble to assess the situation, but with communication networks down, even they are in the dark. The immediate impact is most evident in our daily routines. Online banking is impossible. Transportation systems grind to a halt as traffic lights go haywire and GPS devices become useless. Businesses are forced to close, unable to process transactions or contact customers. The global economy, intricately intertwined with the internet, shudders to a standstill. The sudden absence of the internet exposes our vulnerability, revealing the fragility of a world so reliant on invisible networks. With the internet gone, communication reverts to a simpler time. The forgotten art of letter writing experiences a resurgence, though the postal service, overwhelmed by the sudden influx of mail, struggles to keep up. Landlines, once relegated to the back of the drawer, become lifelines. Their ringtones a welcome sound in silent homes. Payphones, relics of a bygone era, experience a sudden revival. Lines snake around street corners as people queue patiently to make calls. The immediacy of email and instant messaging is replaced by the agonizing wait for a handwritten letter or a phone call. Conversations no longer mediated by screens take on a new depth and meaning. The absence of the internet forces us to slow down, to be present in the moment. The art of conversation is revived, and the simple act of listening to another human being takes on a newfound significance. Section 4. The business of survival. The business world is thrown into chaos. E-commerce, the engine of the modern economy, grinds to a halt. Online retailers are crippled, their virtual storefronts rendered useless. The supply chain, heavily reliant on the internet for communication and logistics, is thrown into disarray. Traditional brick-and-mortar businesses fare slightly better, but they too face significant challenges. Cash becomes king once again, as credit card transactions become impossible. The stock market, once a whirlwind of online trading, falls silent. Financial institutions struggle to operate without access to real-time data and communication networks. The internet's disappearance forces businesses to adapt, to find new ways to operate in a world without digital connectivity. Section 5. Rediscovering Reality. The internet's absence is perhaps most profoundly felt in the realm of social media and entertainment. The constant stream of updates, the curated feeds, the endless scroll of content, all gone. Social media platforms, once bustling with activity, are now digital ghost towns. The constant need for validation, the fear of missing out, the pressure to present a perfect online persona, all vanish in an instant. We are left to confront ourselves, our own thoughts and feelings without the distraction of the digital world. The entertainment industry, heavily reliant on streaming services and online platforms, is forced to reinvent itself. Movie theaters, once on the verge of extinction, experience a resurgence as people seek communal experiences. Board games, books, and face-to-face interactions make a comeback, reminding us of the simple pleasures of a pre-digital age. The absence of the internet forces us to rediscover the real world, the world beyond the screen. Section 6. A New Hope. The internet's disappearance is a stark reminder of our dependence on technology, But it is not the end of the world. Human beings are remarkably resilient and creative. We have faced challenges throughout history, and we have always found ways to adapt and overcome. In the absence of the internet, we rediscover the value of human connection, the importance of community, and the power of the human spirit. We learn to live in the moment, to appreciate the simple things, and to find joy in the world around us. The absence of the internet forces us to slow down, to be present in the moment. We are no longer bombarded by a constant stream of information, freeing up time and mental space for reflection and connection. The internet may be gone, but the human spirit endures. The future may be uncertain, but it is also full of possibility.